We make all the components here. We make all the
Toele Mulitawa Opele is a big man with a big job.
Hank, what aircraft we working on?
He's the production manager for Plant 2 at Pioneer Industries, a Seattle company that manufactures and assembles aerospace parts for commercial aircraft under his watchful eye. His memories of life before Pioneer are decades old.
I haven't had to say this story in 17 years.
But the pain is still very close to the surface.
Yep.
Mulitawa Opele had spent 3 years in prison on manslaughter charges before the University of Washington recruited him in 1996 to play football. But his hopes for a pro career came up short.
I got lost in the streets. I lost my chance to play ball. I lost my chance to do what I wanted to do in life. So I kind of got depressed. I was just lost in the streets. Didn't really think about a future.
Assault charges landed him in prison again, and when he got out, getting a job seemed impossible.
I was like, you can park your forklifts and never use them again. I'll lift everything in this building. I'm sorry, you got a felony. I was nervous. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to do it until I came to Pioneer.
We're giving folks what you might call second chance employment opportunities.
Mike Hatzenbeeler is Chief Operating Officer of Pioneer Industries, which is the manufacturing arm of Pioneer Human Services, a nonprofit social enterprise organization.
Meaning we expect to both have an impact, but also to run every part of the organization in a way that is financially sustainable and as self-sufficient as we can be in generating our future for ourselves.
Pioneer's businesses include manufacturing, food services, and a warehouse distribution center, which provide funding for its 35 statewide programs for behavioral health, treatment, job skills training, and housing. Drill down on the numbers, and Pioneer reports 63% of its workforce has a conviction history and/or is recovering from a substance use disorder. Hatzenbeeler says Pioneer is working on a double bottom line, growing the business and working to break down the stigma surrounding people who've been involved in the criminal justice system.
Most people who are formerly incarcerated, they want to work, they're ready to work, they want that next chapter in their lives.
Studies show about 1 out of 3 adults in the U.S. has some sort of criminal record. That's about 77 million people, which may sound like a daunting number, but to Pioneer Industries, it sounds like an opportunity.
We have that resource of untapped talent that no other industry or company that's going into it. The weight on the rear end of the tankers.
Orlando Tantico is the business operations manager of Pioneer Industries, which is a premier bidder for Boeing, meaning tops in the commercial aerospace field for safety, quality, and delivery. But with Boeing dealing with major financial losses over the past few years, and with on-again, off-again tariffs affecting industries worldwide, Pioneer is focused on finding new partners. They're looking towards military defense, unmanned vehicles, space exploration, low-orbiting satellites, or anything that would require Pioneer's capacities like CNC, computerized numerical control, which automates machine tools to produce complex, high-precision parts.
And we want to get into the other sectors to utilize our skills, our capabilities of CNC machining, sheet metal fabrication, assembly. We have a lot to offer to other aerospace industries and defense.
And, Tantico points out, as Pioneer continues to grow its business, it'll grow its impact in the community as well.
That'll open up the doors for helping our mission, bringing people back, giving them that second chance into society, and giving them real good paying jobs.
So when I went to prison, I was ready for a change. My life had become very dysfunctional. I had become homeless.
Mary Jo Recton served 20 months behind bars on drug charges before coming to Pioneer, but has worked her way up to being an aerospace scheduler, making sure jobs are scheduled and completed on time.
Okay, so right there's a copy.
She says while prison ultimately helped her, that's not the case for everyone. And she says the work to build up people with criminal records is not easy.
Opportunity has to be there over and over again to allow somebody to walk into that at the right time, to be able to keep moving forward.
Is that start to finish?
Yeah.
But with almost a decade of experience at Pioneer, she's trying to serve as an example for other employees and anyone who'll listen to her story that people can close the book on shame and stigma. and find a better life.
The things that I've gone through in my past, I can look at as the cornerstones of wisdom rather than something that's bringing me down.
Will we be okay for a while?
I know that I'm doing something that matters. I am helping to be a backbone for a bigger mission, something that's even more important than me.
One of the most intricate parts we build down here.
The same can be said for Muli Tawa Opele, once lost with a challenging past, but now back with his family.
Right here.
And back to work, helping others discover a brighter future ahead.
Pioneer is the foundation for a lot of people's comeback story. We don't build aerospace parts. We build people who make aerospace parts. And I love being a part of that.
Watch City Stream Tuesday nights at 7 on the Seattle Channel, or find us anytime online at seattle.gov.